Alright, hello everybody, hello, welcome to the final game of the season for the NBBL Season 7, whether I like it or not, because we are in finals, which is great, right? So yeah, we find ourselves in yet another final in this generation, um, which is good and bad. It's always nice to make it to the final game, but I am in a little bit of a um, curse right now because this is gonna be my third final in a row, and the last two I had lost. So we're gonna try to do better. We're gonna try to do better this time. We are facing Lowell's and their Carolina Eons, which is actually a rematch from I believe week number 4. So shout out to our division for making it all the way down to the finals versus the other division. And we did win during, the first time that we faced each other. So, hopefully we can repeat that. I don't believe any of us changed our team significantly. I'm going to show you the matchup. I did change my Spite Ups for Avalok Hizui just because I wanted to have a spinner. Never brought it. Not bringing it this game. But, it's nice to have the option. I don't think they changed anything on their team. Last time it was actually a little bit of a difficult match for us. We did manage to beat them in the sense that Indiri went just wild on them at the very end of the game because they didn't bring Dark type, and we weakened down the Bronzong enough to where we could beat it down. So that was good. I don't know if I can do it again, but we'll see. Terrapagos and Neolave are very scary Pokemon, and so are his Terra Captains, to be honest with you. The combination of Dodri, of Glastier, Molbrick, Haxorus, and Electrode can be quite scary. And they do have one of the best, quote-unquote, walls or some of the best walls for Samacenta and the Hippowdon Talonflame. So, yeah, man, we're just gonna try to do our best. I don't know what that's gonna be, but it's gonna be what it's gonna be, Last time they brought Terrapagos, Azumarill, Annihilape, Electro, Bronzong, and Haxorus. And like I said, they almost beat us. I think we ended up winning barely 2-0 or something like that. It was very close regardless of the final score. Last time we brought just an offensive Samacenta, physically defensive Gliscor, especially defensive Terra Ghost, Skeldurge, a Scarfindidi, as I said before, and I believe we brought a physically defensive Vaporeon and a Heavy Duty Boots offensive Iron Jugulis. So yeah, rematches are always tough because, I feel like the person that loses has the advantage, but at the same time, you never know. Anyways, this league does have Tyra types for the Terras, so his Haxorus can either be Dragon, Ground, or Steel, all of which are annoying. His Glacier can be Ice, Fire, Fairy, and his Electro can be Electric, Fairy, and Ground. Last game he brought just an offensive Electric, and that actually gave me quite a whole lot of trouble, so we're going to try to adjust for that. I don't know if they're bringing it again, but it seemed pretty nice last time. I mean, my best switch to that is technically the Ground type, and the Ground type doesn't like the Grass type moves if it's not physically defensive. Luckily, he cannot turn into Grass, which is good for me, but you never know, right? The other two are annoying because Glacier is just very bulky and it does have Moxie basically. Luckily, I do have a Skeldurge with ability to Terra into Ghost, Fairy, or Dragon. So you can take a guess of what is it bringing. And, I do have a Vaporeon and a Lockix that can help with priority and whatnot. That being said, I'm bringing a somewhat similar team to the one that we had before, just with a few minor changes. So, anyways, let me go ahead and show you what is it that I'm bringing. First of all, it's gonna be our Samacenta Crown, of course holding the Rusty Shield because I cannot hold anything else. Basically the same, bringing the same set that I brought last time. The only difference is that this last time I brought Heavy Slam, this time I'm bringing um, Behemoth Bash, because 1 second. Because the things that he brought, I mean, Behemoth Bunch just hits better. I mean, there are very few things. So generally, on a normal team, I guess Heavy Slang is better because he hits things for 120. But particularly on his team, the annoying things that will switch into us, like the Glacier, especially if Terra Fairy, it actually takes like 40 base power from the move. Granted, it may not be Terra Fairy, but you know. Overall, I think his the 100 base power on Behemoth Bash hits better than or more consistently across the bar. If that ends up costing me the game, that ends up costing me the game. But you know, I did Renzel Cox, and I think that Behemoth Bash is just gonna be better coverage. I mean, versus Bronzong, it really doesn't matter because that thing is just annoying. But you know. Yeah. Anyways, Pokemon number 2 is going to be our special defensive Gliscor this time because we learned a lesson from last time. Last time we brought a Toxic set, I believe, and it ended up doing not much, you know. It did take on the hits from the Electro, but it really didn't do anything much back to it. And at the same time, it was just sponging hits, which is essentially what it's supposed to do here, you know. But at the same time, I just want to knock off items, set up rocks, protect to scout, and also to recover help with the poison heal. So yeah, and U-turn, essentially, I'm trying to go in a position where I can, you know, just pivot around his team, like because Earthquake is really not doing much, and you know, if I can catch something like a Sumail coming with a U-turn or a knockoff even, that would be really nice. So yeah. Pokemon number 3 is going to be our first Terra Captain of the week. It's going to be our Terra Fairy ability Shield. Skeledirge, hopefully to wall that Haxorus. Granted, the interactions between Earthquake or, you know, Terra Ground Earthquake or Terra Steel, Ironhead will be annoying, but you're just going to have to deal with it. The hope is to burn the majority of his team and then just Hex or Torch Song, and then, you know, slack off. It's very straightforward set. Last time this was supposed to check the Terrapagos, but in reality we don't check the Terrapagos with this, even if we are Terragos. So I'm not gonna bother with that. Number 4 is gonna be our Willy Wonka, the Galarian Whizzing, that is gonna be replacing the Iron Jugulis, because Iron Jugulis literally did nothing last game. We're holding Black Sludge. We are neutralizing gas to shut up stuff like huge power on the Asumero and Defiant on the Annihilate if I need to defog. I do expect them to try to bring better hazards this time, since I didn't bring any hazard removal last time. So that's the main reason why we're bringing this. I am super fast because they did bring a special defensive Annihilate last time, so if we can bring this on Annihilate and it's the same type of Annihilate, we can burn it immediately because not a problem anymore. So yeah. Anyways, Pain Split is just for general damage and recovery, and Sludge Bomb is just my most neutral hit. I mean, the only thing that it doesn't hit on their team will be, you know, stuff that I can burn. That I'm probably better off burning anyway. So yeah, and then I don't want to be hitting Annihilate for very little damage to power off the Rage Fist, because that's just scary. Pokemon number 4 is going to be our secondary Terra Captain. Purple Rain, the Vaporeon. She's going to be holding leftovers, although they're probably just going to get knocked off. This is like my main quote-unquote check to Terrapagos. I switch into this always, and I flip turn out, break the scale, and probably go Samacenta and just nuke it. So yeah, this is my check to it, and also is a decent check against other teams, not named Electrode. So yeah. Not much that I need to explain on this. And last but not least is going to be Sebastian, our choice card in DD, who, like I said, was the MVP on last game, and I'm hoping that it will be on this game as well. We didn't bring DD to the semifinals game versus Brandon, even though because we brought it during the quarterfinals game versus them, and you know, he ended up getting them really good. And that was a mistake, I guess. I expected them to bring a lot more preparation for it, but they didn't. They really didn't. So I'm going to hope that my opponent doesn't respect the Indeedee, but even if they do, you know, hopefully this can put on work. Expanding Force is a very good stab versus their team. I just need to make sure that I knock off or scout items. I knock off Assault Vest or scout items or sets. Dazzling Gleam hits the Pershing if they bring it. Shadow Ball is mostly to hit the Bronson because the Bronson was a annoying check to us or a switch into us last time. But this, and it also hits the Annihilate for decent damage. And last but not least is going to be Healing Wish to try to bring back our Samacenta endgame if, or Skeletors to be honest, if, you know, needed at the end. The general game plan is try not to let them set up hazards for free, or to remove them, set up our hazards early, try to go in and out. I have to be very careful. Again, same thing as last week with versus random. I had to be very careful about when and how I Terra this Pokemon because it's not holding heavy boots. So if they set up rocks, especially, it's going to be very punishing if I decide I don't want to Terra or I cannot Terra. So, yeah. Anyways, that's going to be the team. Hopefully we can pull out a W, but yeah, we'll see you in the game. All right, welcome to the game, everybody. Get excited. Woo! Here we go. Here we go. Finals of NBBL. This should be a fun game. Hopefully, it's a fun game. Hopefully, it's as Brandon will say, a banger. They brought the Hippowdon and the freaking Bronson. Okay. Well. Okay. Cool. Cool. So why they didn't bring the sun? They didn't bring the what is it called? Man. This would have been so much better have I brought just what is it called? What you call it? Have I just brought why can't I say? Why can't I think right now? Levitate. But then again, the Hippowdon, if I can get a burn, the Hippowdon is no longer the scariest thing of the war. So yeah. I don't know what they want to lead with. Probably set up the rocks as soon as possible, which will be fine if that's what they want to do. I think I'm going to lead with Gliscor. That's exactly what I led with last time. So maybe it's a little predictable. But you know, if they want to set up their stuff... No, I'm going to leave with Gliscor. I'm going to try to set up my rocks. If they set up their own rocks, then I'm just going to have to go into Whizzing and try to defog them as soon as possible. Or as soon as I can. But yeah, man, hopefully this is a fun game. Hiya. They live with the Terrapagos. That is a little bit annoying, not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. Okay, that is a lead and a half, dude. Gliscor versus Terrapagos. If you are this level 50, you are not choice specs. You're not choice specs. And you are Terastal. Ice Beam. Ice Beam could kill me. I'm risking a lot here. Oh, I'm faster. Let's fucking go! Oh, me being faster is huge. Me being faster is huge, dude. Holy shit. Okay. Okay. Lead Terrapagos is usually Meteor Beam. So I'm gonna have to go to this and try to take the hit. It is so slow though, so it's just a bulky set more than likely. I'm gonna lose my Doubtless Shield. Oh my god, thank god. Thank god it wasn't oh thank god I didn't get frozen. Okay, well it's no leftover, so that's good. I could go for the close combat, immediately hit something hard. The Bronson being defensive, it wouldn't take a whole lot. And if it's Rocky Helmet, it is Rocky Helmet. How much will Hippowdon take? Hippowdon being a tank from my Samacenta. I mean, you still will take 34%. So unless you're going to, I don't have a better hit to hit though. So I'm just gonna go for it. If they go Annihilate, then that's fine. But I'm gonna try to put some damage into something. Gaia, that is the Hippo, right? Okay, so we are physically defensive hippo then. Cool. And they're not the thing. Oh, so that is super defensive. Shit, dude. Please don't be Rocky Helmet. They are Rocky Helmet. Okay. Well, this is gonna be super annoying from the get-go. So they probably set up their Stealth Rocks here. The good thing is this thing has Wish, so it's always nice. If I was in exactly what we are in here, I would just go to it. I can't go to you. If I go Vaporeon, what would you go into? You don't really have the best switches to Vaporeon Skull. So I'm gonna go Vaporeon. But thank God that the Rapagos is slow, dude. If it was faster, it could have probably killed my Gliscor. We're going to you. They're just gonna set up the Stealth Rock. That makes sense. So this is gonna be an interesting one because I could just go for the Skull here. Biggest problem will be Annihilate if they go into Annihilate. I'm just gonna go for the Skull. Hopefully they don't go Annihilate. If they do, hopefully they get burned. But we'll see. Aries, that is Annihilate. Fudge, dude. Okay. Well, we'll see what happens. Oh, that is special defensive. And they get burned. Ooh. You know what? I'll take it. Show me leftovers. They are leftovers. So they are, in theory, they are not res. In theory. So yeah, we'll take it. We'll take it. I don't know what you will try to do here. You could try to just do the thing. It is super special defensive though. But I'm gonna have to write down that Rage Fist is at 100 right now. 100. I could slowly flip turn. I think I'm gonna try to do that. They're gonna bulk up. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. I need to check on something. That is 150 right now. Oh, what is going on here? Let me see. Yes, Painflick works perfectly fine against ghost type Pokemon. That is good to know. Okay, so I think we can go into you. I mean, technically we could go into you and just nuke it, but I don't want to take the Stealth Rock damage. So I think I go into you first. I defog, and then we do stuff. And the good thing about being neutralizing gas is that we don't have to worry about the Defiant boost. They're gonna recover health, which is annoying, but that is fine. It being burned was huge though, so huge shout out to Vaporeon. So yeah, we just have to be careful. We're gonna go ahead and defog. We're also gonna see if we're faster than it. Being that if it is special defensive, we should be faster than it. But you know, you never know. You never know. Okay. 313 to 197. 313 minus 197. 116. Annihilate at +2 with a Rage Fist at 150 versus my Weezing. And your burn. Yeah, okay. Alright, let's try to go into Indeedee. Yeah. They go for Rage Fist. Let's go. Okay, that is fantastic. Okay. So Annihilate versus my Indeedee. You're born. Drain Push will do a good amount of damage. Shadow Ball. If you go to Bronson here. I feel you go to Bronson here. And if you're not defensive, that's a good chunk. How much is the Annihilate gonna take? Annihilate will take 27% from the Shadow Ball. Let's try to go for the Shadow Ball. Yeah, they just withdraw it. Perfect. Yeah, that sounds like a Bronson. That is a Bronson, alright. Let's see how much damage we can do. Alright, that's not a lot. That's not at all. Yeah. They are lefties. That makes sense. I mean, they were always going to be lefties, right? Alright, let's go to Gliscor. Gliscor is an interesting character because... yeah, they are very much special defensive Bronson. No. Are they special defensive Bronson? Yeah, they are especially defensive Bronson. That is good to know. We're gonna try to either set up Stealth Rocks or knock off items here. Oh, go play. I mean, they should have known that I was never gonna do it, right? Hiya. I mean, that is just another one, right? Gliscor versus Terapagos. I mean, this Terapagos. Right. If you are Terastal versus my Vaporeon. If you're not choice specs, you're not killing me. So let's go into Vaporeon. Just in case they go for an air power. I could have just U-turn. That was so stupid of me. Then again, if it's like something like a speed tie, then we don't want to do that. There's Samsung. Yeah, okay. Coolio. 257. 404 to 257. 147. What? That's 464. That's one. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and set up a wish. Oh, that's annoying. That's very annoying. Yep. Go play on them though. Although I could have just flipped her into Samacenta. We do have to go into the void though. Good play. Good play. We are gonna recover our health up. Alright. I mean, we don't have a choice. We had to close combat again, right? As they go into Hippowdon, then I go back into Vaporeon, and we just do this song and dance. I mean, they could be Chople on this damn thing. You never know. If they are Chople, they might take the hit. Why is Terapagos so annoying, dude? Yeah, they're just gonna switch up. Fair enough, fair enough. Yeah, back into this guy. And we're essentially back into pretty much the same position. Oh. Is that? Do I want to take that shot? Do I want to take that damage? Samacenta versus Hippowdon. Hippowdon, if you're tank. 252. Does that look like 30 to you? No, that just seems like it's just out of fucking range, dude. I'm gonna go to Vaporeon. I don't want to risk it. Samacenta is way too important in this game. I will assume they had to attack here, you know. Or I mean, sure, why not? I mean, this sounds like a good opportunity to just call, but I could also just flip turn, or I could just wish. I think I'm gonna wish. If you stay with this, you stay with this. There's nothing I can do. Maybe I should have run Baton Pass on this guy, but, you know. Yeah, we're gonna withdraw. Are we going to Ape? We're going to this guy. Okay. Interesting. Do you also have rocks on this? That would just be annoying. Alright, that confirms that I'm faster. What could you do to me? Just the healing move, right? The move that heals healing. I'm gonna go for the flip turn. I gotta try to knock off your item, because that's just annoying. And we'll go from there. So let's go into you. This is earthquake. Okay, fantastic. My wish is wasted though, which is unfortunate, but you know, it is what it is, right? Alright, if we can... We could Stealth Rock, we could knock off. I'm gonna knock off. I feel it's gonna give me more progress. And that's good damage too. Yeah. Fireball. That shouldn't do a lot. That does not do a lot. Okay. So I could knock off again. I could Stealth Rock. I think I'm gonna Stealth Rock, actually. Yeah, they're just gonna stay in. They're like, by all means, take this damn Pokemon. Which is fair. I mean, I don't really care about that, do I? Yeah, that's fine. Oh, that's absolutely fine. Yeah. So they are Rest, they are Gyro Ball. They are gonna take that. They're still sleeping. Sleep Talk. Okay, cool. What are you, Body Press? Rest. Perfect. Oh, they're Earthquake. So they are Gyro Ball, Earthquake, Rest, yada yada yada. Okay, I can potentially go into the guy. Gaia. Oh, they let me knock off the helmet. That is fantastic. That is fantastic, dude. Yeah. I'll take it. I'll take it any day. Yeah. Oh, that is very good for a guy. We'll go ahead and U-turn. I mean, they're gonna set their own rocks here, 100%. But that's fine. That is fine. We can defog them eventually. So let's go to Gaia. Or to Purple Rain, sorry. What am I saying? They're gonna slack off. Okay. I mean, we'll take it. Imagine I went Whizzing there. Hypodon versus Whizzing. My Whizzing, I would have taken 50%. If I could burn this guy, that would just be lovely. I mean, they probably set up rocks here. Yeah. That's fine. Let's set up Stealth Rock. Yeah, that's also okay. Yeah, should I just go for the move there, but you know, it is what it is. Them rocks are gonna be annoying. We're gonna Skull here. Just don't go Ape. That's the only thing I'm asking for. That is Ape. Fuck me, dude. That is so annoying. 200. Yep. Mm-hmm. You know what? We're gonna Skull again. Oh, they actually switch out. Cool. Into what? Tiamat. The Haxors. Ooh, okay. Yeah. Maul Breaker, we expected that. Nice Skull. No burn, unfortunately. Shit. Well, we're gonna have to flip turn here. It is Sources. Okay. Coolio. I do have to go into Samacenta now, right? Yep. Samacenta versus Haxorus. I am faster than you. Let me just double check. 223. Yeah. And Close Combat should kill all variations of this. Doesn't matter what you Terra into. Right? So we just go into our guy. Right? Yeah, that is definitely 75%. We just Close Combat. You want to switch out? Switch out. You want to stay in? Stay in. Damn fucking god, dude. Holy shit. Alright. Well, we killed one of the scariest things that they have on their team, which is fantastic. Holy cow. Yeah, that team definitely should have Dragon Dance, but yeah, I know, that was scary, dude. Boreas is the last year. Okay. So versus you, we had to always go Vaporeon. And we'll see what they do. Yeah, let's just go Vaporeon right now. Vaporeon versus Glastier. Yeah, only Close Combat will do any significant amount of damage. I mean, Terra Fairy, I guess, will be annoying. Terra Fire, perfect! Yeah, no, this is fine. This doesn't get anything for me. Body Press. Not a problem. Not a problem at all. The Rage Fist is the most annoying part, still. This is no heavy duty boots, also, which is fantastic. And it just basically makes himself into a type that doesn't resist the the guy. So that's good. Iron Defense. Oh. Okay. I mean, I feel you're still not doing enough, right? I mean, I do have a Skeledirge. There is Terra Fairy. So Heavy Slam, maybe. How much am I doing to this with Vaporeon? If you Terra Fire. Fire. I mean, this should do a decent chunk. So let's go for it. Okay, that is what I call a decent chunk. That is also a decent chunk, but I think I win in the end, in the one-on-one. Vaporeon is just so bulky. Vaporeon is definitely putting on a good showing today, which is fantastic. Now, if I was Terra Water, this will be nice. Because I could just Terra and kill it, but then again, I lose the Terra Fairy on the Skeledirge, which will be sad. Everything is rest on this team, dude. I mean, I feel like I still 2-shot you, or I still 3-shot you. I mean, I'm still gonna keep going for it. You will have to get a lot of body presses, a lot of Iron Defense body plus body press. Yeah, that looks like a 3-shot. With leftovers, maybe not. Yeah, Sleep Talk. It's not a Sleep Talk. Oh, that is fantastic. That is fantastic. Yep, we just keep going for skulls. Thank goodness I PP max the damn skull. Dude, Vaporeon is so good. I didn't bring it versus the Manaphy matchup, but God, there is putting on amazing work here. This may kill. Please kill. Let's go, Vaporeon! You're so freaking good. You're so freaking good! Alright, that takes care of that asshole. Taya. Makes sense. Okay. You know, I am slower than you, so I could just flip turn into Samacenta. So I think I'm gonna do that. And then we have the whole song and dance with the other guy. Yeah, let's just do that. Yeah, I had a feeling he was gonna call mine. Yep. Thank goodness this is not the item. Yep. All right. We always go Samacenta here. Samacenta versus Terrapagos. Sorry, I'm just checking on something. I want to say you're at 80. Yeah, Bombash doesn't do a lot. Had to close combat. This is gonna be a song and dance. That Terrapagos is incredibly scary though. Oh, interesting, interesting. Close combat into it. Now Annihilate. Takes 55% from Psychic Defense. If he's max HP. Well, let's just go for it. Son of a bitch, dude. Ah! Taya. You, okay. We'll take the damage. We'll take the damage. Yeah. I know that your air power doesn't kill me. So I should be Hemo Bench here, right? Okay. Go out close combat. But that's fine. Okay. I mean, as long as I'm not dead. You know? Let's go ahead and be Hemo Bench. Yeah, I'm gonna withdraw. I'm gonna have to get rid of the rocks. Gaia. Okay. I mean, that is the most neutral play they could have made. Terrapagos being that weekend, though, is very good for us. Okay. That's good damage. I mean, the play is always to go you, right? What are they gonna do? Go back into Annihilate? Or Bronzon? Yeah, I mean, the play is always to go you. Or could go you. No, there's no point going you right now. Let's go into Wolverine. I mean, if they allow me to get a wish off, then that's terrible for them. Also, indeed, he still has a healing wish. Back up. Yeah, makes sense. By the way, Rage Fizz is at 250 now. Right. I feel like I can flip turn here. I'm gonna flip turn. Yeah, and we draw. Are we going to Annihilate? That would be fantastic. I would love to see that. Hephaestus. I mean, okay. Cool, I getting a wish in there. I feel like Gliscor always comes on you and just does things, right? Although I could also go into Whizzing and defog the rocks. I don't feel like I care though right now. This thing resistant double. I could also go to you. I just have to be careful. I'm gonna go to you. I think this pressures it more than anything else. Okay, we just knock off here. Into what? The Terrapagos? Gaia. I mean, sure. This is a net neutral, I feel. Yeah, very much a net neutral. I guess we U-turn here. Into Vaporeon. What are they gonna do? Earthquake. Okay, that one is a little bit annoying depending on what it sends me into. Please don't send me into anything bad. Nice. Okay. Cool. That ended up not really making that much of a difference. Coolio, coolio, coolio. Yeah, that was annoying. But what are you gonna do, right? I mean, I guess I'll try to knock off. Yeah, there's no will again. Hopefully they save me into Vaporeon. But at this point, who knows, right? Dirge. Ooh, okay. I mean, this is interesting. Alright, we'll try to burn you then. Okay, well, now we don't care about your Earthquakes, which is fantastic for us. Yeah, that's fine. I feel like I need to slack off here because, you know, I don't want to be at 50% by the time they send me back. I'm just going to slack off here. I'm not going to Terra Fairy because I don't want the Terra Storm to be able to hit me for neutral damage, at least not yet. Who had thought that this guy would have been the annoying one? That is Indeedee. Okay. Well, Indeedee is going to put a dent on you for sure. If I go for it, at least. And I feel like I should at least pressure you into going into Bronson, you know, taking damage. So, yeah, I feel like we should do that. I don't like this whole song and dance that you're making me do right now. So let's go for the Expanding Force. Yeah, fair enough. I don't know how many turns or on the rest is on the Bronson, but, you know, it's going to be fine. Oh, you just gave me this. Perfect. Perfect. Terrapagos is dead. I mean, I feel like it was already, pretty much, but, dude, we'll take it. That is fantastic. So they have Ape, they have the Hippo, they have this thing. It's looking good for us, boys, I'm not gonna lie. It's looking very good for us. Holy cow. Nova called that this thing was gonna be incredibly annoying to beat, and he was kinda right. Uh-huh. Still sleep. Yep. Sleep talk. Doesn't really matter, right? Yeah. Crit doesn't matter. Crit does not matter. Like, at all. They still have the Annihilate, though. That's the one thing I have to remember. So I guess we'll U-turn. They might just rest again. I don't really care, though. We go Vaporeon. Ah, we could go to you, actually. I don't think they Earthquake. Yeah, we're gonna go to you. Even if they Earthquake, I don't think that it really doesn't do much to us. Woke up. Rest. Yeah. And you could be Sleep Talk. I don't really care. That is the thing. Alright, let's go ahead and start Torch Song. I don't want to be hit by a... I don't want to get hit by a freaking... That was a crit! Holy shit, this is special defensive as hell! So that means I don't want to get hit by a Gyro Ball. Super effective Gyro Ball. So if they Earthquake, they Earthquake. You know? Don't Earthquake. Gyro Ball. Perfect. Yeah, that's negative damage. That is very, very good. Oh, this thing might be hit proof actually, given that it took that little damage. So I could go for the Hex here. I'm just gonna go for the touchdown. They have to sleep talk one more time. So the turn after we just Hex at +2. Yeah, this thing is definitely hit proof. Actually, excellent prep for them to bring that instead of levitate. Sleep talk. An earthquake. That should never kill me. Nowhere even close to killing. We are gonna slack off. Hopefully they rest. Woke up. They forgot about the sleep count. I'm sorry, dude. Hex should kill you from here. I'm a +2. There's no way you leave a super effective stab Hex. We'll take it. Alright. Skeledirge versus this Annihilate. Your thing is at 250. If I Terra Fairy, you never kill me. You never kill me. That's a lot though, not gonna lie. Alright, we're gonna Terra, we're gonna Hex. And I think we're gonna win this with our freaking starter for Game 9, dude! Holy cow! Let's go, Smaug! Let's go, Smaug! We just need to not get crit here. That would be fantastic. The Reg Fizz at 250. Please don't get crit. Oh my god, that did nothing. I forgot that it's burn. That should kill it. Oh, Skeledirge! Let's go! That should be it. That should be all it wrote. That's so good, dude. Hex will do more damage right now, I'm pretty sure. So we'll just go for the Hex. Hopefully it's a one shot. But if not, we'll kill it the next turn. Beautiful! Let's go, dude! We are the champions! Let's go! We spent so much time prepping for this. His team is so tricky. But I'll give it to him, dude. Oh, GG's to my opponent. I'll give it to him. This tournament had teams with stuff like Chiampao allowance on teams, Flutterming, Curing Black, Samacenta Crown, as you see on my team. But he took a team with a freaking Terrapagos and a Dream and made it all the way down to finals. So let's freaking go, dude. GG's to my opponent. We'll take our 16th championship this season, probably this generation, probably the last one. I don't know. I'm still playing on a few other leagues, but you know, Pokemon Champions is coming up soon. Anyways, dude, I'm so hyped. Anyways, thank you all for watching. We'll see you in the next league. Oh, yeah. One last thing. Let me just show you one of the main reasons why I'm so hyped about this. Smaug met at Cabo Poco at level 5 on November 18, 2022. This is my freaking Generation 9 starter. It started as a tiny Huecoco. We went through the entire thing, to the story, to the DLC, killed Terrapagos, and now he gets his second championship. This is actually the second championship I won with it. But the last time that I won a league with it on the roster, he didn't come to finals. So this is vindication, dude. I am so hyped. Let's go, dude. Let's go. Anyways, thank you all for watching. We'll see you on the next league. Bye now.